Well, here we are at Galveston Beach. It's at Galveston State Park. Yeah, fishing here in the United States for the first time in like 5 years. And it's a good break to be away from the local spots in South Africa. So yeah, we're about to just go up to the grounds, which is right in the front here, and see what we can get on the surf. So stick with us. So it's really hot out here. My estimation is probably like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, I am actually wearing a jacket because of the heat, which is kind of funny. But yeah, when I get out there, I'll probably change a bit and get some sunblock on. But yeah, according to this, these coastal popping rigs are excellent for salt and freshwater. They're hand assembled and made here in the US. And yeah, it has 40-pound test mono on it, so that's going to be a good leader as well, just in case we hook something that's a little bit bigger. So let's see. And this rod is kind of cool, and yeah, it's a 9-foot. I have a couple of items here on the floor as well. Just able to get a knife, some pliers, and yeah, some of these Mustad wide gap hooks. These are 2-0s, so according to local knowledge, this would be really good for whatever's out there. So yeah, and I got some of these split shots as well. So yeah. The rig looks like, and put the tie on this. Probably just do a normal figure 8 knot, or I'll do a modified loop knot. So these Mustad is kind of like a wide gap hook. To be honest, I've never really fished with these before. They're kind of funny looking, but I think it'll be good, especially because I'm going to be using some shrimp, and hopefully it'll be able to keep the bait on there. And so I'm just going to detach this so I can put the hook on. Just get the hook on like that. Yeah, so here's what's is going to look like in the water, and I'm going to aim probably for like the second sandbar out there, probably the first or second. So I may just wait out a little bit, but the water's looking pretty good. These waters are a bit discolored, so yeah, let's see. Another catfish. This one's a little bigger size. Good fight on light tackle. Well, that does it for our adventures here at Galveston Island State Park, and the fishing was really good today. It was kind of just catfish on the bite, and had some really good fun, especially with that light tackle that I had, that Akuma 9-foot, and using those squiddy bits. I also had some shrimp with me. So yeah, overall a new experience. This is the first time that I fished out here in Galveston, and actually Galveston is in the Texas area. So as they say, everything is bigger in Texas. Unfortunately, I didn't hook into a really giant catfish, but the ones that were coming on the bite were average size. Yeah, so hopefully this is not my last fishing trip here in the United States, but it's going to be the first of a couple. And if there's any more content that I will release in the future, I will release that and keep you guys in the loop. So thank you so much. Well, we're here in Galveston and driving to Seawolf Park, which is another part of the island. It's really beautiful here. So I've just been speaking to a few locals and trying to get some local knowledge on the fishing spots and stuff. And I heard a few weeks ago they picked up some good reds, especially off the piers, and also Galveston State Park. Now you would have seen in the previous footage that did some fishing at Galveston State Park, but that was some time ago, and this is my second time here down in Texas, here fishing at Galveston. So I did do some traveling in the United States. I was traveling through Chicago, Texas, Chicago, New York City, and also Kansas. And back down here, just to end the trip before I go back to South Africa. So yeah, so according to the locals, the spot that we're going to now, called Seawolf Park, is really good this time of the year for fishing. And a lot of locals go here, but there's an entry fee to get in, and I guess you can fish at various spots. So we'll see how it goes. But it's the morning here, and got a Starbucks to help to start the day. Takes me a couple hours to wake up, but yeah, we're heading in. And this is also near to the Texas Maritime Academy. I think there's a university up here, so it's a cool little place. Yeah, Galveston campus. For those of you that have been missing my fishing content, I do apologize. It's been a little bit more difficult, and I have not been in South Africa, especially over the last couple of months. Yeah, I have missed bringing you all content. But thanks for sticking around, and for those that tried to reach out and was wondering what was happening, thank you for your patience. Hopefully when I get back to South Africa, I'll be able to do some fishing over the December, January months. But it's been absolutely beautiful out here in the US. My time here has just been just so blessed, and grateful to the Lord for His goodness, for His grace, and for everything that He has done. And so I have a grateful heart, and I'm very, very thankful to how this year has gone. I'm here in the United States just a week ago. So as I'm recording this video, it's still the end of November. but the locals here celebrate Thanksgiving. It's a time where we are thankful. We intentionally focus on what it means, the things that we are thankful for in life. And the things that I am thankful for is I am thankful for my relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and carried me through this year. It's been a year that had a mix of things going on, a year of blessings, a year of challenges, a year of being able to step out in faith and try some new things, and just to be able to move forward in life. And as I was reflecting on that, and I made a list, there's so many things that I am thankful to the Lord for, that He has done, and His goodness and His grace. And I'm sure, sometimes when we sit to really think of the things we are thankful for, they are negative things, they are difficulties, and it's so easy to focus on that, or to focus on the difficulties around us, whether that's in our country, whether that's the state of the world, or just in our own personal lives. But there's such power when we're able to give thanks to God and thank Him for everything that He does, and knowing that as we thank Him, it's like praise to the Lord also opens the door for greater breakthroughs in life. And you choose to live with an attitude of gratitude, and it's able to help with perspective, and also to be able to see the hand of God in every area of your life. So we are coming up on Seawolf Park. There's a ship out here, as you can see. And here we go.
You have arrived.
National Register of Historic Places and Texas Historical Commission historical markers. Alright, so we got in. There was a little fee to pay, but here's a catch. A beautiful, beautiful redfish. And I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best fights I've had in a long time. And anyway, so he picks up the prawn bait. And I was just fishing with about, it seems like 20-pound line when I landed this fish on a smaller Kuma rig. And just a normal spinning reel. But what an absolute beauty, what a fight, what a beast. And I'm going to do the right thing and release this fish into the water. So thank you. Alright, well, I'm still getting over the fight with that redfish, and it was quite a decent size. So basically what I've also noticed is that attached to the fish and coming with my line was a whole lot of traces. So I don't know if some people had hooked him before and they got cut off, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that came out with that fish. And yeah, the 2-0 wide gap mustard hook did the trick. And so I'm so glad that I used that and that paid off, especially when you're catching a bigger fish. But what I'm going to actually do now is retie my trace. And something that has been a practice to me is that if a big fish is landed, to be able to feel the line and, you know, see if there's any grazes so that you make a new trace. And the reason for that is if you hook up to another big fish and your line is grazed, chances are your trace is going to break off. And so it's just a good practice. So I will retie my trace, put another 2 hooks on, and yeah, use some of that fresh prawn that actually I got from one of the locals here. He had some live prawns in his bait well, and some had died, so he gave that to me, and that did the trick. On the first throw out here at Seawolf Park, I was able to land that beautiful, beautiful redfish. Something that was a little bit dangerous is I didn't have a net, so if you're going to target bigger fish, you got to make sure you have a net or a gaff of some sort. Typically you'd have a gaff if you're going to keep the fish, but you know, a net if you're going to release it. So it was a little bit hard, especially going down in the rocks and trying to grab it. The fish was pretty slimy, and that can be a bit dangerous. So I did not propagate that on my channel. Please be safe. But you know, I wasn't expecting to hook something that big today, and it happened. And one of the things I did look at when I came here was how did the place look to land a fish that was bigger. So I was able to get down there and at least grip the fish without falling over, but it is a bit risky. But yeah, so now I'm going to go over and just tie another trace, and let's see what happens. I think that one fish made the trip down here to Galveston worth it. I was always wanting to catch my redfish, and that was my very first one, and it was quite a sizable one. So I'm very, very stoked about that. So yeah. So catch flounders, cuckoo trout, red trout, black trout, sheep's head, gaff trout, and spaniel, and a bunch of sharks. So the fish that I caught was a trout, and it was a red trout. So it's really good size, and yeah, so this is a really good pier. I mean, the guys fish up the pier, and then the section where I caught the fish was right over there. So as you can see, there's the area where people are fishing, and then you can also go over to the side. And so it's a nice little channel area. There's boats that are coming in and out, and yeah, definitely been worth it to come and drive all the way over here to this part of the island, and worth it for, you know, I would say that was the fish of this trip. The few times I did get to fish in the US while I've been here, this is definitely the fish of the trip, and you know, something that I was really proud of as a catch. So yeah, thanks for sticking with us so far, and this was a little update. I know that I haven't really released too much of content on the channel over the past couple of months, but I hope you enjoyed some snippets of this fishing trip. Well, here we go. We're exiting Seawolf Park. What a beautiful time here out at Galveston. And it seems like this is also quite an historic place. If you look in front here, there's some vessels of the past, which is pretty cool. It's about $15 per person to enter this place, and you're able to fish till the next day. It's almost like a 24-hour pass, I think, or it's a day pass. Cool. It's pretty beautiful. Alright, well, I think that does it for today's fishing adventure, and I would say that the trip was a true success, and yeah, coming down to Galveston was worth it a second time. So really beautiful out here. About to head back, so I guess I will add one more thing to my Thanksgiving list, and that was a species that I always wanted to catch, which was a red drum to be specific. And good fight, really good fight. So yeah. Alright, that was a good end to today's epic fishing session, and just enjoyed a beautiful dinner here at Fisherman's Wharf, and had the opportunity to try out their redfish. Kind of cool because I caught a red drum this morning. It was the best piece of fish that I've had on this trip here in the United States. So Galveston, you get the best of both worlds. You get great dining, and you also have the beaches here and also good fishing. And so I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I hope this has given you some idea of what I've been up to, at least in this time that I've been away. And thank you all for all of your support on the channel. I really appreciate it. All the subscribers, all the likes and the shares, and for joining me on this journey. And hopefully I'll bring you some more content. We'll be traveling again, and we'll be in South Africa. So hopefully I can get on the beach and bring you guys some more fishing content. So thanks for sticking with me, and I wish you all the best for this Christmas season and for the holidays ahead. So God bless you all, and take care.